everyone, and welcome to our Touch Base Thursday Facebook Live for October 28th. If you are new to watching me, I am Kim Vogel, and I am a demonstrator from Mount Pleasant, Michigan, and I am excited to be going live with you tonight with a very special series of cards that I'm going to be sharing with you. So if you are able to join me live, please comment and tell me hello. Hi, Carol. Let me know that you're live with me, and we will get started here in just a couple of minutes while I continue to make sure that I am visible and here in the right spot where I want to be. I think I am. Hi, Donna. So anyway, ladies, welcome to our Touch Base Thursday. So tonight I'm going to be sharing with you a really fun class, and I'll talk to you a little bit about the class once I have more of you on here for tonight, because I was kind of inspired by so many of you who helped me with my ordering promotion last month. So I decided to kind of schedule plan a class around using my Stampin' Rewards or host benefits. And so you're going to kind of see what I've got planned as a class for any of you that might be interested in it. And they're really cute. You guys are going to love it. This is probably one of my most favoriteest classes ever. I say that, I know, almost every single week, but this one is super duper cute. So I did share with you a sneak peek of the cards. So you all got to see the sneak peek. So you're going to get to actually see the whole projects tonight. So anyway, hi to Shelby and Mary and Sonia, Patty, Susie. Karen's on. Karen's able to watch me live tonight instead of on replay. Yay! And Shireen is on. Hopefully her internet works for her tonight. Anyway, ladies, I have so much fun of things to share with you. So I'm going to go through a few announcements first. So most of you know that I was over in the thumb for a few days this week. My mom had some minor surgery, but she's doing just fine. So I was gone actually most of Sunday through Tuesday. So I just got back in the area yesterday and went to work for a day and then again today. And then I'm off tomorrow. This weekend, I do an event once a year with my team. And it is, I call it my team retreat. And it's an event that's just for my team members. I have some that are coming in from out of state. So I'm so happy and can't wait to see them. One of them is Beth. I know Beth usually watches my lives or catches me on replay. And then I have some that drive from all over the state of Michigan to attend this event. So I have been crazy busy the last couple weeks putting all of the finishing touches on the weekend. And I'm happy to say that I think everyone's going to love it. So if I've been a little bit quieter, that's why. Between being gone and getting ready for this huge event, it has been keeping me busy. But I always say my team retreat's my labor of love because it is a ton of work. But I love it. It's probably one of my most favoriteest events. And after it's all done and over with, I kind of go through the whole, kind of like when you're, planning a wedding or something, and then you go through the whole doldrums of it being over. It's kind of what I do after my team retreat. I was so excited last night after I was packing things into boxes and stuff to get ready for my setup that I couldn't even sleep hardly last night. I was so excited and going through things in my mind and all that. But anyway, Beth is watching. Yay, I can't wait either. So, and I think I mentioned that Beth is one of my team members who I actually met for the first time at my team retreat last year. So she's one of the ones that comes in from out of state. So excited to see her again. Okay, so a few things that I have in way of announcements. I know that most of you are friends with me, personal friends on Facebook. If you're not, feel free to invite me to be your friend. I share freely of my kids' talents and things. So most of you probably saw my daughter Claire's cello solo that she did. And it was beautiful. I don't share a lot of that on my Facebook group or my Facebook page because I just don't want, I don't know, I like you guys to keep it kind of with Stampin' Up stuff, but I may share it. It was gorgeous. She played so beautiful. I was so proud of her. And then the other neat thing that my girls have going on this week, so our varsity football team made we're the league champs, and they're going to districts. So tomorrow night is the first district game. So, thank you, Pat. Thank you. So anyway, lots going on there. So it's Natalie's senior year in her teammate district. So it's kind of cool. So they have that after their dance class tomorrow night. So exciting times for them, and they're both working really hard on their Nutcracker performance. That is going to be the first weekend in December. So local friends, if you're interested, tickets range in price from $10 to $15 each, depending on where you want to sit in the auditorium. It's at the high school here in Mount Pleasant. I know they would love to have you come and support them. So anyway, you'll be getting more information on that. Some of you have asked about it specifically. So anyway, that is what I have in the way of announcements. I don't have a whole lot. It's been kind of, like I said, my week. I was gone for part of the week. Had a great visit with my mom. It's always nice to kind of just, although one of the days I slept on and off, it was so rainy and icky, and she was kind of laughing at me, but it's nice to just be able to have that kind of time to spend with her and not have to worry about all of the hustle and bustle of everything and schedules. And I left the schedules to my husband. He had to make sure girls got where they needed to go, but it so helps that Natalie's driving now too. So anyway, we have a couple prizes to give away from last week. So if you shared my video last week, you got into the drawing to receive a couple of prizes. I was giving away the 2021-23 in color jewels, and then this awesome Baker's Twine Essentials pack. And this is like a neutrals essential pack. I use this all the time for so many things, and this will be a good use right now to be able to do for tags for Christmas time. So anyway, the winner of the in color jewels is May Laplow. So congratulations to May. May, you will get that mailed to you probably next week. And then the winner of the Baker's Twine Essential Pack is Chris Thigpen. So congratulations to May and to Chris. And Chris, this will also get sent to you probably not till after my team retreat, because that's kind of where my focus is going to be this weekend. A few things in the way of classes. If you're interested in taking part of my online bingo, or my online fun party, I call it, I had to move the date up to November 10th. So that event is now going to be on November 10th. Bingo kits will be going out next week, the middle of next week. So if you are interested in signing up for that, or even if you intend to and haven't yet, just message me and let me know so we can get a kit ready for you. I did have to move it up due to another commitment that I have, my normal third Wednesday of the month. And then a couple other classes that I currently have open is my Be Jolly class, which is the awesome little Santas and things. That class is open still. So is my Harvest Meadow class with the awesome cork paper that I used for designing on it. And then this class right here that you're going to be seeing me talk about tonight is officially open. You will be seeing links posting on both my Facebook page and my Facebook group right after my Facebook Live. And they're already scheduled to post, so I can guarantee you they're going to be posting. I scheduled them in advance, knowing that I probably wouldn't have time afterwards, because I'm going to be working on more of my packing and stuff, but they are scheduled to go live with an active link. So while I have you guys live and looking at you guys versus being transitioned my camera down, before I get too far, I always forget to tell you guys what you can win next time. It is the square vellum doilies and the diamond weave ribbon. Okay, so those are the two prizes that we will draw the winners for next week. So anyway, I was getting so excited about telling you about this class that I kind of forgot to tell you what you guys can win. Okay, so the class that you're going to see, I know most of you saw the sneak peek and you're like, oh my gosh, that's cute. Where did that stamp set come from? That stamp set is called the Seasons of Fun stamp set. Now you're probably thinking, I have not seen this stamp set in the catalog. And I thought the same thing until I saw a really cute card that one of my friends made with it be posted online. Now this stamp set is on the very back cover. So if you were to just open up your catalog, your holiday catalog, so you have it here, it's shut, right? So this is it shut. If you open up the back cover, it is on page 78 of this catalog. Okay, so this is the page it's on. And it is what they call a host stamp set. Now, the only way you can get a host stamp set is by either being you can either put in a $150 order. So a Stampin' Up! Party is classified as a party when you have $150 in sales or a $150 order that you place yourself. And then you get what's called 10% Stampin' Rewards. So with a $150 order, you would get $15 to spend. You could use $15 or some of that $15 and buy this cute little stamp set for $12. So let me tell you what I've done. So many of you helped me so much getting to my sales bonus, or my sales, not bonus, it was a sales goal that I had. I didn't get a bonus, so I said the total wrong word, but I had a sales goal that I was really trying hard to get to at the end of the Stampin' Up! Year, which was the end of September, and I achieved it. And so because the link that I provided to all of you, I had a host code associated with it, I was able to get some Stampin' Rewards built up. So I decided to get a lot of these, I shouldn't say a lot, I got a good handful of these stamp sets that I'm now going to be giving back to all of you in a class, okay? So this is not a stamp set you can buy unless you spend $150 or host a party with me. But I'm going to be offering a class where the stamp set is free, because it's not a stamp set we're able to sell, but I'm able to give it to you for free. And basically you're going to just be buying the class. So tonight you're going to see me showcase 4 different cards. I do have a 3D project. You will also get the 3D project, but not the goods in the inside of the box, which you'll see in just a little bit. But the class will include all of the supplies to make all 4 of the cards you're going to see tonight. And then it also includes a whole bolt of ribbon, a whole package of the holiday rhinestones, dimensionals. I forget there's something else. So it includes a lot of product in the class that you'll be able to use on the class and your own stamp set. So you will need a black ink pad to be able to stamp your images and make your cards, okay? So the stamp set is included, all right? The cost of that class is $50, but look at all the stuff that you're getting. You're getting a stamp set, ribbon, rhinestones, dimensionals, and there was one more thing, I think, but maybe that was it. And then all the supplies to make 8 cards, all cut for you with a tutorial that I will email you. And your a 3D project, which is a box that you'll be getting sent to you flat, and then you'll have to put it together. But you'll see how easy it is to put together. So there's limited availability on this class. I only have a select number of these stamp sets. So when the class is sold out, the class is sold out. The link will be posted right after my Facebook Live. Now, if it's a class that you know that you want and you're not very savvy with, doing the online registration through my system, you can message me and let me know that you want the class, and I will do that for you right away. Just send me a Facebook message. I may not see it in the comments here, but if it's something you're interested in, let me know and we'll hook you up with it, okay? All right, so with that, I am going to transition my camera down to my stamp area. Hope that you guys enjoy these awesome projects that I'm going to be sharing with you. And I hope that some of you take advantage of the way in which I was able to give back to you for supporting me and giving you guys an option to get an amazing stamp set that is cute that you probably wouldn't otherwise be able to get without having to invest a lot of money to get it. So with that, I'm going to transition my camera down and you'll be able to see some cute sneak peeks of some projects. Okay, I'm going to start by turning around my computer so I can keep seeing your guys' comments. And then you are going to see here some really cute projects. You're going to see a little sneak peek. I got to move my stand over a little bit here. So cute. Look at these, you guys. Okay, let me fix this a little bit here. Pat, I can definitely hook you up with the class. So, yep, I will make sure that you get that. They are really cute. You guys are going to love this. So, bear with me here because I want this to be nice and straight. Okay. Woohoo. All right, so you're getting a little sneak peek at my cards. I'm going to quickly move them out of the way. Aren't they adorable? So, the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is the cute little box. Now, this cute little box, isn't it cute? We actually sell these boxes. Look at these. They are so cool. And they come with the adhesive already on, and you literally just fold them up to put these together. Literally, that's all you have to do. These boxes are in our holiday catalog, but they're kind of hidden. I think they are anyway. They are on page 11. So let me grab the catalog and show you page 11 here. So this is where they are at, hidden in the catalog. So on page 11, you have the craft gift box right here. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, ignore my nail. My nail polish is peeling off. I've never had that happen. And I've just been so busy, I have not had time to get in there and get it fixed. So as I'm getting ready to go live, I went, oh my gosh, I got to go live with a funky nail. Anyway, but these little craft boxes are in the catalog. They sell, you get 10 of them for $10. So it's like $1 a piece. And they fold up so awesomely well. So I'm going to show you how easy they are to fold. So if you purchase the class, you will get one of these. I will not assemble it for you. You'll probably get it just like this because I want it to be able to be mailed to you in a reasonable format. But you will get all the supplies because this is the ribbon that you're going to be getting. It is food safe, Marilyn. Yes, because I have food in here. You're going to see what I have inside there in just a little bit. And here you have the cute little girl. So let me show you the stamp set up close and personal, since that's one thing that you guys probably weren't able to see very good from the from me being back so far. So the Seasons of Fun, you get a cute little boy with the little cat here in the pile of leaves. You get the little girl dressed up like a little pumpkin, so cute. The little girl pulling the tree, a dog, and then you can make different scenes with the leaves or with the stars to make like a night sky. So it's really kind of a cool stamp set. So adorable. To me, this kind of, if most of you who watched when the gnomes were popular, this is what this reminds me of. And when I designed the cards, it reminded me of designing for my gnome class that I did last year. It really, really did. Now, the stamp set that I paired with this, so the only thing you will not have is the cards won't be stamped with a sentiment. But you can use any sentiment that you have at home to be able to stamp your greetings. And you'll see here in a minute what I show you. But I chose to use the, I knew what you meant, Pat, you're cute. It just drives me nuts. Anyway, I chose to use the Sparkle of the Season stamp set because it had a Merry Christmas in here, thankful for you, grateful, and a nice Christmas greeting that I was able to use on the cards. Now, if you decide you want to add this stamp set onto your order or onto your class, let me know and we can do that. If not, like I said, you can always use your own stamp set that you might have to add your little greetings to the card. They don't necessarily have to be the ones from the Sparkle of the Season. But that is the cute little stamp set, so you can see it up closer. So anyway, and I'm going to show you guys what I have in there in just a little bit. But first I want to show you how easy this is to assemble. Everything is pre-scored, so you literally just fold on all of the different creases here, where all of these lines are pre-scored. So I'm just going to fold all of these up. So it just takes a little bit of time, not too hard. And then they have this little tape here on the back. So all of these little tabs come off, and then the tape stays put right there. So I'm just going to peel these off of all those tabs. And it's harder to peel off with nails than it would be probably if I didn't have nails. But anyway, we're just going to peel all those off. And almost done. And then this will literally just get adhered together. Of course, it's taken me longer because I'm on a Facebook Live. So, you know, when you're trying to get them off in a hurry, it always takes longer. And then from there, you literally are just going to fold these up to make a box. So I'm just kind of folding those in on the corners. And then here as well, I'm just going to fold those in. It's already sticky there for you. Just folding that, and you want to make sure you get that really good crease there. And then here the same way, you're just going to fold this. Oops, I forgot to fold one. So let me fold one here. I forgot to fold this one. There we go. And you're just going to fold this in as well. And again, you just want to make sure when you fold it, you go all the way in so that you line up the seams, okay? Let me move my stamps out of the way here. All right, and then you have this perfectly cute little box. And if it doesn't, sometimes when I was making mine, these flaps like to stick out a little bit more. If that happens, all you have to do is make sure you go back in here and fold these in a little bit better. Sometimes if you don't give them a really good fold or use a bone folder to give them a really good fold, they like to stick out a little bit more. But once you tie your ribbon around it or however you're going to secure the box shut, easy peasy, no problem. You can see that I already fixed most of the problem. But they already come with this awesome little window. Isn't that cool? Okay, so now I'm going to show you what's inside. So this is a cookie from one of our local bakeries, but I thought, how cute is this? So I literally just tied the ribbon all the way around the box, and so we're just going to take the ribbon off. But I got to show you guys the cute cookie in the inside so you can see it. I got a really cute fall themed cookie that I put in the inside there, and you can give this to anybody, you know, a friend or whatever. A little piece of wax paper that I put it there on, but they are food safe even if I didn't have that paper down there on the bottom. Isn't that cute? I was hoping they had a pumpkin, but they only had an apple or a bat. So I thought the apple went a little bit better with it being, you know, a friendly little girl themed box. Okay, so, and then what I did is, let me move the cookie out of the way. Oh, that smells good. I used our layering circles, so I just stamped the girl. I have all of the stamps on already mounted to my blocks, and I just stamped the girl. And I'm going to tell you all of the different blends that I used on these cards as well. Now, if you don't have our Stampin' Up! Blends and you want to use some blends if you purchase this kit to be able to color, I have all of them listed in the class when you register as add-on options at $10.50 each. The $10.50 includes the shipping and the tax. But for this little girl, let me bring the box back in so you can see it, because I am going to color part of the girl so you can kind of see what I did. But I got to put her on this side because I'm a lefty. So here's my cute little girl. I used pumpkin pie to do my pumpkin, and so I started with my light blend, and I'm just going to color all of the pumpkin stuff. Oh, this is papaya. Sorry, let me get the right one. I used the papaya for her shirt. Here we go, light pumpkin pie. So I'm just going to, oops, I want the other end. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to color the little top of her little pumpkin here on the top of her head. I'm going to color her pumpkin for her candy. And then I'm going to color the pumpkin here in her little, color her shirt or her costume. So adorable. So I'm just coloring it all with the light blend first. And then I'm going to take my dark blend, and all I'm going to do is highlight the lines. Let me use the other side. I'm just going to highlight the lines where this pumpkin's detail is. And that just gives it a little bit of dimension so you don't have to, it won't look quite just like all one color. And then for her hair, I used crumb cake. Now I was very careful in the colors that I used so that I didn't have to get out all of my blends. So I used these colors in all of my cards for tonight. So I won't spend all of the time coloring all of them with you. I will just tell you the colors that I used. But I did want to at least take a little bit of time to color one of them to show you the technique of how I did it. So for the girl's hair, I used light crumb cake to do her hair. Now you could change her hair if you're sending this to a little girl who maybe her hair is blonde. You could use So Saffron or Daffodil Delight. You could also use, if her hair is darker, you could have used more of the bronze or the soft suede. So you have lots of different options there of what you could use. And then in this one, I just kind of, again, outlined some of the little curly areas of her hair, went along the top, kind of where her bangs are, and just kind of outlined some of those dark lines where the stamped image is at. Next, I colored her face with our ivory blend. Our ivory and our bronze blend come together. So I'm just going to color her face with the ivory blend and her little neck here, and then her hands. And then we're going to color her skates. So for her skates, I used the light smoky slate. And I'm just going to color her little skate. again, like I said, most of these colors I incorporated in on the other cards as well. And then for the top ruffled edge of her collar or of the pumpkin, I used my dark Old Olive. So I'm just going to color that with the dark Old Olive. Oh, cute. She's coming to life. And then for her, I'm going to bring her in closer so you can see here. So for her, her tights and her like little legging, or her tights and her shirt, I used the light blend of the Old Olive, and I used the light pale papaya. Now you could also use the light pumpkin pie probably. I just wanted it to be a little bit lighter, so I went with the light pale papaya. And all I'm going to do is just every other one. So I'm just going to kind of color every other one and then color the other one with the green. And this goes pretty fast. And then I'm going to use the light green. Isn't it cute? I agree, Philomena. This is cute. As I was designing these cards and I'm trying to figure out which one was my favorite, I couldn't pick one. I liked them all. Now on this one I used the brown for the top, but since my green marker's out, we're going to make the top of the pumpkin hat here green. And then I'm just going to color this grass in a little bit down here on the bottom. And there you have, again, how I quickly colored that. Now you could also use, so for the bigger circle, I used one of our layering circles, but I used our retired punch. A lot of us I know still keep our punches. So I used a 2 1/4 inch punch to punch the little girl out. Such a cute, adorable stamp set. And then I just adhered these two together. And then I adhered that onto my little box. So let me bring my box back in again with the cute little cookie in the inside. And then it was just wrapped with this awesome ribbon right here, which I'm not gonna, again, wrap all up, but you get the idea. Really cute. So these boxes are definitely food safe. You get 10 of them for $10. If you purchase the class, you'll be getting one of the boxes in there, and this for you to be able to stamp and color. And yeah, they're in our holiday catalog, so they're kind of a hidden gem in there. Okay, so that is our first project for you. So all of the designer series paper that I used for these cards, it comes from our annual catalog, and it is the back side of our pansy paper. So it was neat that I was able to kind of find patterns that worked for both my Christmas themed cards with this stamp set and my fall themed cards. So the first card we're going to make is, you can probably guess it, a Christmas themed one. And it's this one right here. Look how cute she is. Is that not adorable? Can you guys see where our blends really kind of make these cards just pop? So I'm going to tell you about the coloring on this. I used the exact same technique that I did on the previous one. But for her scarf and stocking, or her scarf and her little leggings, I used the light and the dark blends, okay? And I just went every other one. That was it. Nothing more fancy about that. It's so cute. And you can see I'm going to be using the same ribbon on all of the cards. So that ribbon is included in the class. And then so is a whole pack of these holiday gems. Gems are a hidden gem in our annual catalog, but you get them, they have blue, and then they have two different colors of green, like some red and some gold. And they really come in handy for Christmas time. And it goes so well, exactly, Pat, it goes so well with the paper. So when I was choosing embellishments for this, I was like, I know exactly what I'm going to use, because I can use these colors for the fall and some of these colors for the Christmas themed ones. Okay, so for this card, I chose to use the Evening Evergreen for my card base. And that is going to be my 8.5 by 5.5 folded in half. And then I have a layer of real red that's 5 1/4 by 4. And I ran that through the Stamp Emboss die cut machine using the Tasteful Textiles embossing folder. Right now, this is like my most favorite embossing folder ever. It is my go-to. I use it for everything. So I'm just going to adhere this down to my card using some adhesive. And then I cut a piece of that pansy paper, again, from our annual catalog, but I'm using the back side. To me, this just screams Christmas. I cut that 4 by 3, and it goes with the 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 piece of cardstock behind it. So I'm just going to adhere these two together. And then I wrapped some ribbon around this. So that way you can bring in that really pretty gold ribbon. Let me find my ribbon. Here it is. So you get a whole bolt of this ribbon as well. So we are just going to cut this big enough to go around. So again, if you are joining me a little bit late and you're saying, oh my gosh, where did that stamp set come from? I haven't seen it in the catalog. Again, it is because it is what they call a host-only stamp set. It is a stamp set that you can only get by either hosting a Stampin' Up! Event or by placing a minimum $150 order to be able to qualify for what they call Stampin' Rewards. However, as most of you know, I was running an ordering promotion during the month of September to reach my sales goal, which I did. So thank you all so very much. And I was then able to use, all of you ordered using a link that I provided, and it had a host code built into it. So I was able to secure some of those Stampin' Rewards, and I used all of those Stampin' Rewards to get some of these Seasons of Fun stamp sets. So the stamp set will be free with the purchase of this class, because again, it's not a stamp set that we can sell. So I only have a limited number though, so when the kits sell out, they sell out. The link for that registration is going to be going live on both my page and my group at 8 o'clock tonight, right after my Facebook Live is over. Again, if it's something that you know you want, you can always send me a private message and I can register you for it. If it's a class that you're thinking, not really comfortable with the whole registering myself, I'd be happy to hook you up with that as well. So then I have a circle here that was cut with the layering circles. And for this one, we are going to stamp the cute little girl pulling the little tree. And I am going to put a little piece of paper behind here because a little bit of it does get cut off because it's a little bit, and I don't want to stamp it on my, so we're just going to stamp it on here. Hopefully I do it right. There we go. Okay, so let me move my paper out of the way. That paper was my notes for tonight, everyone. Okay, so then I did the exact same way I colored the other little girl. I just did this, so I'm not going to take the time to color it all, but I did this using Real Red, Old Olive, that ivory, again the same smoky slate, and then I used the bronze from the ivory. So you can see that the blends, if you decide to purchase the add-on blends that I've used, they're all listed in the registration page, so you can buy them. You don't have to use the blends. You could also use colored pencils or any other means that you have to be able to color these, okay? So this is then going to layer onto one of my layering circles that I did. That's a scallop. Thank you, Philomena. I had so much fun designing with this. It was just so fun. And then this is going to get adhered onto my card using some dimensionals. Again, when you color it, it's going to make that pop and come to life even more. But I would be here over past 8 o'clock if I colored all of these for you. But I did the exact same thing. I kind of did the, on this one, and you can get creative with your own coloring, but on this one, on her coat, I colored it all with the light blend, and then I used the dark red blend to kind of highlight the buttons, the little pockets, the cuffs, and then part of her hat. So again, you just got to kind of get creative with that. So for this, I stamped the Merry Christmas. And again, the stamp set that I'm using for all my sentiments tonight is Sparkle of the Season. And so we're just going to stamp Merry Christmas on a little 1/2 inch strip of my Whisper White. So I'm just going to stamp this on here. Hopefully it stamps straight, not too crooked. There we go. And I did all my stamping in black, so you would only need one black ink pad. You see how I just cut that at an angle? That has become my new way of cutting things off because I don't have to worry about getting the banner straight and perfect. It just works great that way. Now I gotta find where I put my dimensionals. Oh, I hid them, threw my card on them. So I just am gonna put a dimensional on each end of this. And then that's going to go along the top of my little card here. just like this. Well, I could have moved her down further, but you guys get the gist of it. I'm going to move this one up a little bit. There we go. And again, you're going to color her, and then you're going to embellish it with those holiday rhinestones. And because you're going to be getting a whole pack of these rhinestones, you can embellish it with more or less, however you want. I just chose to put a green one on the end of the Merry Christmas, but it's sticking to me, so let me get it here, like that. So that is my first card that I created as part of this special class. So cute. Okay, now we're gonna flip it back over to our fall themed. Let me show you this cute little boy. This cute little boy one is so adorable. So here we have the cute little grateful card. Look at this, isn't that cute? I love it. So again, I used the exact same colors of blends that I used when I showed you the first project, which was this cute little decorated box with a cookie in it. Same kind of color concept theme here. And again, the whole reason behind that is so that you don't have to get a ton of blends, and you can just get, you know, a few, you know, I think I've used a total of maybe 6 different sets, but you can use regular markers that you have or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and stamp the little boy onto my, thank you, Philomena. And again, this paper, this designer series paper, is the back of some of that poppy paper from our annual catalog. So I used that paper to be able to give me my fall and my Christmas themed that I wanted. So yeah, thank you, Carol. And I love that you guys love my projects. These were some of my, like, after I was all done, I literally said, oh my gosh, what is my favorite one? And I'm like, I don't know, I like them all. So I couldn't pick a favorite. Hopefully I stamped this good too. It's kind of hard to judge when you're, because you know, when we stamp, we put the project closer to us, and I'm stamping up further. So, but so far so good. Okay, so this is just a 3x3 piece of designer series paper, and then I'm going to layer it behind a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 inch Cajun Craze square. And I love these colors together. If these don't scream fall, I don't know what does, because they do. And I'm just going to layer those two together. And then you can see I put that awesome ribbon on there. So this ribbon is the fine art ribbon that's also in our annual catalog. So you can see that I paired it with some of our annual catalog product. And it just, you know, makes that just kind of pop. So I'm just going to add this ribbon along the top here. So we're going to go like this and like that. So cute. And then this is just going to get wrapped underneath here like that, and put around here and tied on like that. And then we're just going to trim this one off at an angle, because we've already got that one kind of at an angle, so I'm good with that. Now we're going to layer the rest of our card. So my card base is a 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 piece of crumb cake, and then I have a piece, so I wanted more of my crumb cake to show on this card, so I cut my first layer. Instead of it being 5 1/4 by 4, it's 5 by 3 3/4, so that way I had a little bit more of an edge showing there. And then I cut the next one at so let me think here, 3 1/2 by 4 3/4, so it's just a 1/4 inch smaller. Had to think about that. This is Very Vanilla, and I really love pairing Very Vanilla with these fall themed colors. It just makes the card look a little bit more rich. And then I'm going to adhere this down to the middle of my card like that. And then we're ready to adhere this square that I've already added the ribbon to. And this is just going to go up near the top like that. And I'm just going to make sure I have the same amount of the Very Vanilla showing. Like that, okay? Thank you, Shelby. Aww. And I think it's neat that they have a little boy in the stamp set. Normally they either have girls or boys. It's not like it's hard to get a stamp set that's got boy and girl images at the same time. So I was pretty happy about that. And then I used a layering circle of the Cajun Craze. And so again, I'm just going to layer this together. And again, not going to take the time to color all of the him, but I'll tell you the colors that I used are identical again. I colored his shirt the same way that I colored the cute little girl's leggings and sleeves. So it's colored with the pale papaya, light pale papaya, and the light old olive. And then I colored his pants with the crumb cake. His hat is done with the crumb cake. And then the leaves, actually I shouldn't say Natalie colored this. His leaves are just done with all of the different colors. Again, the same colors that I have. Pumpkin pie, all the same ones that I've used in all of my cards so far. So again, when I design, I try to use the same things as much as I can so that you don't have to invest a ton of money to be able to take and do one of my classes. Okay. Again, though, if you do not have the blends, I know they can be an investment at $9 a piece or for a set. You can also use colored pencils. You can use if you're going to use your watercolor or your water pen or your regular markers, I should say, that you get, you're going to need to change your ink to being a StazOn ink and not the Memento Black, okay? And then we're going to stamp the word grateful on a 1/4 inch piece of this cardstock. Again, coming from the same Sparkle of the Season stamp set. So let me bring in my black ink with my word grateful. And I'm just going to stamp this onto the strip. And this one I did cut the little banner in. So I'm just going to cut this off like that. And I'm going to cut my little banner into this little piece, like that. And then with a couple of dimensionals, that will go on the card too. And then our final step is to embellish the card with the rhinestones. If you're already beating me to it and saying rhinestones in your mind. Yep, and this one you can see I used the gold or the yellow themed looking rhinestones. So again, it's why I love these rhinestones. And I'm just going to put a couple down here at the bottom. Let's see, I'm just sliding those puppies off and I'm just going to put them together. And there you have my second card for this awesome class. Again, it's not colored, but look how pretty it's going to be when it's all done and colored. Love it. Aren't they cute? So again, you could even make this, if you have a little boy that's got a fall themed or a fall birthday, it could be a birthday card. It doesn't have to say grateful. I was just trying to find a stamp set in my collection that had both Christmas and fall themed to kind of give you an idea for how you can use the stamp set with all of the different images. The only image I did not use from the stamp set tonight is going to be the cute little dog. So I apologize there. But like I said, I didn't have anything else. I designed the 4 cards in the little 3D project, and I'm like, oh my gosh, all that coloring, I hope they don't kill me. Okay, so we are going to keep it on with our fall themed cards, and we are going to go with this one next. Now, again, all of the cards use that same paper. It is the poppy paper using the opposite side. So cool, right? So for this one, I chose to use, and this is something that I normally wouldn't do, so I gotta tell you. So this is pumpkin pie, but this is pale papaya. And normally I would have probably used the pale papaya cardstock because I feel that this doesn't coordinate, but yet I love it how it looks. And I knew I wanted to use the pumpkin pie to color her and make her look more vivid with the coloring, because the pale papaya pumpkin would have been a really light orange. And so that's kind of why I chose to change it up a little bit. But I think it gives it a good contrast. Okay, so for this I used the pumpkin pie for my card base. And then I have a 4x3 piece of the card, or the designer paper, and a 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 piece of the old olive cardstock. So we're just gonna adhere these two together. Thank you, Carol, Philomena. You guys are so awesome. All right, and we're gonna put that to the side because I gotta add ribbon to it. We're gonna layer it up the right way. Normally I'd get ahead of myself. I then have a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 piece of old olive, followed by a 5 by 3 3/4 piece of the Very Vanilla. Again, using that awesome texture, Tasteful Textures embossing folder that I love. I'm just going to layer these together. And then that's going to get layered down to my card like this. And then we're going to go ahead and put some ribbon around the well, near the bottom of this. So maybe right about here. Thank you guys. Thank you, Janie and Donna. Thank you, thank you. I told you these were going to be cute. All week when I was advertising this Facebook Live, I'm like, you guys, wait till you see these. They are cute. Because I thought so too. Like, I just kept looking at them going, oh my gosh, those are so cute. Okay. And so this is going to go down into the middle here of my card. And then we're going to stamp the little girl onto this. So let me bring in my little piece of paper again, because I didn't bring over any grid paper. And let me find my little girl, little pumpkin girl. So this is the card that I used the pumpkin girl on. Just gonna stamp that in the middle. Ta-da! Okay. Hope I didn't smear her. And then we're going to adhere her down to, and again, I use the layering circles for these. If I could, I use some of my old punches, and I know I've mentioned this in many of my Facebook Lives, that a lot of the circles that are in your layering circles are similarly the same size that are some of your retired punches that Stampin' Up! No longer carries. So sometimes I use the punches when I'm designing because it's just a little bit easier. But those two of my cards, I actually use the layering circles with the scalloped looking circle. So it just depends on what kind of a look you're going for. She's going to go up here near the top. And then we're going to put our little piece of ribbon through here. And I think this gold ribbon just kind of goes so nicely with it. Thank you, Luann. I'm telling you, they're my favorite too. So I'm going to be sending these cards, one to my granddaughter, one to my goddaughter, one to my godson, because he's, you know, the little boy one's going to be perfect for him. So yeah, like I'm excited to actually have cards that I can send to, because I kind of sometimes, you know, the cards I make sometimes are more adult looking, so I don't always have cards that fit very well for younger kids. So these are perfect for that. So I'm going to stamp the Thankful for You again out of that Sparkle of the Season. So I really made use of that Sparkle of the Season. And even though I cut the banner in this one, for sake of time, I am just going to cut it at an angle. Again, it's becoming quickly my new thing to do because it's quick and simple and easy and I can't go wrong with it, right? So we're going to put this on with a couple of dimensionals. And it's going to go down here. And then we're going to top it off with a couple of rhinestones again. And for this one, I again used the like the yellowish colored ones, or the gold, or the amber, I guess, for lack of a better word. Amber's a good color for this. And just going to put them together. And there you have that card. Woohoo! Okay, so our last and final card is another Christmas themed one. And again, it uses the exact same image that I did before with the cute little girl pulling the tree. And I loved the coloring of her, that I colored her identical. However, this card, I will have to say, is probably my favorite. What I like about it is the touch of red that I put behind here, and then how these red gems just pop with it. So this is probably my favorite one. Again, I love all of them, but for color scheme and just how it looks together, this is probably my favorite one. So you guys can feel free to weigh in on what's your favorite one as well. I would love to know what your guys' favorite one is. So this, I used the Evening Evergreen for my card base, and I'm just going to fold it in half. And then I used Soft Succulent for the card base, 5 1/4 by 4, and again using that same embossing folder. And I do that by default, so that way if you guys want to duplicate these cards, you don't have to buy 5 different embossing folders and 4 different ribbons and all that. But see, I added this little piece of red right behind it, and that just made that pop. So let's get this layered down. Thank you, Carol. Thinking of my Carl cutter that's sitting next to me, and I said the wrong thing. I use a big cutter named, I call him, he's a Carl cutter, that's the brand of it, to do all of my cutting, and it's sitting next to me because I cut a card today. So anyway, but thank you, Carol. All right, so this is just gonna go behind here. This is just a strip of 3/4 of an inch by 4. And I just needed a way, so I knew I wanted to use this piece of paper right here, but I needed a way to tie in the red, and that is why I did that. Isn't it? Thank you, Pat. So this is 4 by 3, and then 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. Again, you'll notice my designer series papers are cut in a way that you use all of your 12 by 12, 4 by 3, 3 by 3, you know, great use of that. Now, this one, if you really wanted the background to be a little bit more busy, you could have used the green leaves, but I liked this gingham. I think it just kind of screams a little bit more Christmas themed to me. And then this piece is gonna get glued down to the middle of my card. So all you're gonna see at that point is just that little pinch of red on the sides, but it just makes her coat pop. I know, right? This is my favorite too. Oh, the ribbon. You guys, I forgot the ribbon. See, I get so excited, I forget to do things. Okay, that's all right. I can get the ribbon on there still. So excited to show you how that red went together. All right, so we're gonna put the ribbon on here again. We'll do that first, and then I'll glue this down. So Philomena's favorite is the little boy. Anybody else want to key in on what their favorite was? I'll show them all again when I'm done if any of you joined a little bit late and maybe you're like, I have no clue, Kim, because I have not seen all of your cards. So I will pull them all in here in just a bit once I finish this card, since this is our last one here for the night. And then you'll be able to see all of them and you can kind of tell me what your guys is like. So Kathy likes the little boy with the leaves, which doesn't surprise me because she's got 2 great grandsons that are little cute little boys. Pat likes this one as well. So yeah, love it. Okay. So there we have it. And then we're gonna stamp that cute little girl on here. So I'm just going to, again, bring in this little piece of scrap paper and my little girl with the little pulling the little, Mary, this is your favorite too? Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just the color contrast of pulling in that little bit of red that made it kind of pop for me. All right, so there's the cute little girl. And then I have a piece of the Evening Evergreen cut out with the layering circle that matched this one. So we're just gonna layer those 2 together. So just gonna put these 2 together like that. And then these are gonna go on with dimensionals onto my card. I'm just gonna put 3 on here. And we're gonna pull the card in. And Janet likes this one too. Look at the votes are coming in. All right, and then the final thing is to stamp our sentiment. And this one, I used the sentiment that says, may the sparkle of the season warm your heart and home, which I thought was so appropriate with her cute little coat and stuff. It was just a nice little greeting. If I can find that one. I may not have put that one on a block. Well, it's here somewhere, but I can't find it. So we are going to improvise and we are going to use Merry Christmas again. Because, you know, you can do that when you're making a card that isn't specific for. So we're just going to use Merry Christmas. So it's going to be a little bit wider on the bottom, but that's okay. And then we're just going to cut that off. And I'm going to put dimensionals on this. So let me find those again. And put those on the 2 ends. And we'll just put this up a little bit further because it'll fit pretty much right across there. And then the last thing we're going to do, as you might have guessed, is we are going to embellish it with a couple of the holiday themed rhinestones. So I'm just sliding those 2 off, moving them up into place together. Voila. Okay, so with that, everyone, those are my projects tonight. So to give you a quick little recap, I'm going to bring in the cards that are completed, all colored, so you can see all of them again. These are the cards that I've created for this awesome class. Again, the class includes all of the supplies to make these 4 cards. You'll make 2 of each card. It includes also envelopes for the class. So you'll get 8 envelopes. You'll also get one of these cute little boxes. You will not get the cookie in the inside, but you'll get one of these boxes that you'll have to fold when you receive it, and you'll get the supplies to stamp this. The stamp set is free with the class. Like I said, I was able to secure some of these stamp sets with the host rewards, or the Stampin' Rewards, from all of you that supported my promotion or my ordering promotion that I did last month to help me reach my sales goal. So the stamp set is actually a free item with the class, but with the class you get a pack of dimensionals, you get a bolt of ribbon, you get a pack of the rhinestones, and then that $50, the cost is $50, but it also includes the shipping to you, which, as you guys know, that shipping cost continues to go up. True cost, I can't fix it. But so for $50, this class is an option. Now, it is 7:56. I'm here to tell you that the link for this class is scheduled to post on both my Facebook page and my Facebook group at 8 p.m. I know that Pat already mentioned that she's interested. You can also send me a private message and I'd be happy to get you hooked in. I do have a limited number of these this class available because I have a limited number of stamp sets that I was able to get. Yeah, if you're interested, I'd love to have you sign up for that. The only thing, like I said, you would need is a black ink pad to be able to stamp your little people, and you would also need to have a stamp set to stamp some of the little sentiments. Now, you don't have to use Sparkle of the Season. You can use a different stamp set that you have in your armoire of stamps. This is just the one that I chose to use because it was small enough greetings for me to be able to put them on the cards. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Facebook Live tonight. And again, I want to thank all of you for supporting my Stampin' Up! Business and supporting me with my ordering promotion. And the final thing is, if you need to order any of the blends, I do have, when you register for the class, I do have a link for you to purchase the blends that I used. So I used Real Red, Old Olive, Pale Papaya, a couple of neutrals, which was the Smoky Slate and the Crumb Cake. So on Pumpkin Pie. I mean, literally, I did not use... I mean, you can fit them in one hand, the blends that I used. So you have the option of adding those on or just coloring them with whatever you have in your own collection to color with. So thank you all so very much for letting me entertain you tonight with some really cute and fun cards using a stamp set that I overlooked for so long. And until I saw somebody post a picture of a card and I went, oh my gosh, I love it. And so I had to get it and I had to design a class with it. And that is how I decided to be able to offer it to all of you, to give back a little bit of those rewards as a thank you to all of you for supporting me. So thank you all so very much for joining me tonight. And again, that link will be posting in about 2 minutes. If you have any other questions, you can feel free to message me. And I will look forward to seeing you all back here next week. I think I'm doing another Christmas card or Christmas bundle. And I'm sure that I'm trying to remember which one I have because I'm ahead a couple weeks. Can you guys believe that? But anyway, thank you all so very much for joining me. Have a wonderful weekend. Looking forward to seeing so many of my team who might be watching tonight over the next couple of days. And we will see you guys all back here next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time for my next Facebook Live. Thanks, everyone, and have a great evening. Bye.